Good morning and welcome to Friday Live and Mail Call. And like always, we are live from. There we go. All right. So I do have my sidekicks on board this morning. So without any hesitation, let's bring on C and EI John from.
Good
Hey
morning,
John,
all.
how are
Hey,
you? How are you doing this morning?
well, I've got power back, so that's real good.
Cool.
Yeah,
You'll
we were
have
out
to
3 days.
sometime during the show. You should show that picture you sent me.
I've only got it on my cell phone, but
Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's I got it too. So oh well.
yeah. I may be
Here,
able to show my cell phone, but
yeah. Why don't you
yeah,
show that?
yeah,
California's not the only place to have wildfire, folks. And
yeah. No,
John had one over the mountain. There you go.
that was from at least 2.5 miles away, and you can't see in the cell phone, but down in there, there's the
Flames.
flame. Yeah, let's get the right angle without. Let's see.
And in case anybody hears that clicking
Yeah,
noise, that's John's computer that it spews that out intermittently. So
yeah. I
our
don't hear that. Yeah, but yeah, that
sounds
was
like
that was something
sounds
we
like an
had.
alien. Sounds like an alien, John.
Okay, we had the front come through Tuesday night around 7, and I lost my power. Very strong winds, lost some shingles. I still got to call my insurance company, and no leaks, but shingles are gone, and trash is all over the place. I got to get out and pick up trash today, and yeah, so it was cold at night, so we had to run out and buy a kerosene heater to help warm up a little bit of the house to be able to survive, and yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
Oh boy, I Oklahoma, it's always windy here. And Tuesday we had a front come through and drop the temperature down, back down below freezing again. But today it is gorgeous. Not a cloud in the sky
Yep.
and pushing 60 degrees. So
We're not quite that warm today. We're in the upper 40s, but yeah, it's still better than 22.
cool. And I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up our other one of our other members from uh, the West Coast. Good morning, Lynn.
Ah,
Morning, Lynn.
water morning, water morning.
Lynn's computer is acting up, so he's been popping in and out, and he's on his cell phone.
And the cell phone keeps dropping out, and I have to re-enter. And oh yeah, fun time.
We're having a fun Friday.
I
Yes,
mentioned in
definitely.
the comments that John's computer's rattling. It's either that or he's I
It,
don't know.
it could be the brain, yes. Because the
Uh,
earbuds are in. So, yeah, it could be my brain that's doing it.
Before you lose me, and you're talking about weather. Of course, my big news was last weekend was the train show up in Bakersfield, which is considered Oklahoma City West, because Buck Owen lived there, and he brought a lot of the CNW people with him. And we had been keeping an eye on the weather because we have a bunch of trailers, but one of them is we use a car trailer, and that's the one the battleship, the aircraft carrier, and all the stuff is on, covered with tarps, strapped down, but still it's somewhat exposed. We were really good, and there's the aircraft carrier.
Yes, that's absolutely beautiful.
He
Yeah.
changed it though,
That thing is over 10 feet long.
but he changed it.
Scale. Anyways, we just got through covering it. A few drops of rain were coming down, not much. We got on the freeway, and I've lived in other parts of the country. I've been around. I'm not just California desert. It started pouring rain. I mean, it was coming down literally in buckets. And, so we slowed down. We're going along. As we start going up over the mountains over Cajon, or over Tehachapi Pass, it started snowing. It started snowing more. It turned into a whiteout. And we couldn't see. The guy was driving. He asked me, "How's your vision?" I go, "Good." And he goes, "Can you see the white line?" And I'm looking out the side window, and I go, "Barely." And he says, "Well, let me know which side of the white line I'm on, because I can't see anything." For about 15, 20 minutes, and I don't know how many miles, we had to drive along about 15, 20 miles an hour. And it was just a little intense. I enjoyed it. My friend, brand new truck, he's driving. He's like, where are we going?
As soon as you showed me this picture of the USS Hornet, I immediately noticed he had changed it. He has moved it from the Doolittle raid to just before. Well, actually, it's not prototypical. He's got some Helldivers on there, and Helldivers didn't come into service until after the Hornet was sunk. So
Yeah, people pointed that out. He said he wanted to switch it up. There's a video that I put out, if anybody follows my YouTube channel, where I did an interview with him and Brian, who has the Santa Barbara Airport or air station, what do you want to call it, during the 40s. And he's got biplanes at the other end. He had all kinds of stuff. He was just wanting to show off his planes. So. Then they had the seaplanes. That's his newest module. Actually,
yeah, that was beautiful.
If you get your computer fixed, all right, perhaps next week you can go through and show all the pictures.
Yeah. It ain't working right now.
Yeah, the only other one I have right now is this one.
That's a great picture.
And of course, John likes that.
Yeah.
And John, when you're not talking, you may want to mute.
Are you still hearing it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I see. I don't hear a thing now. Sorry.
Walking around the show. What was it, John?
There you go. Now we cannot hear it, John.
Yeah.
So when you mute, we don't hear it.
But John can hear us, right? Okay.
Yeah, he can hear us.
So I'm walking around, and all of a sudden I see a display case, for sale, a bunch of C and EI cards. So I get on my phone and, "Hey, John, this is the picture that I sent him, or one of them."
Uh-huh.
And I'm going, "Hey, you interested?" And cell phone service inside the building is not great. Plus, I'm getting hacked and all kinds of problems going on. And all of a sudden I get this message, "Yes, and the Wabash, and the Wabash." So I think originally there was 5 CNEI cards, but when I got there, these 4, and the 2 top gondolas, they have loads in them, coal load.
Cool.
So KD couplers, plastic wheels, but KD couplers. So
And how much were they a piece?
$5 a piece.
Oh, hell, you can't beat that.
Yeah, I got them all wrapped up, going in a box, and I'll try to get them out today. There's just been so much going on. We kind of talked about that earlier.
Welcome back, John.
And yeah, Lynn, let me know when you know what the shipping is, and I'll mail you a check.
It's probably like $80, something like that.
Oh, something like $80 for the. And I got a story about shipping costs too. So when we get to mine, I'll explain that. And I'm gonna mute myself again.
I'm not going to show what all's in here, but this one's going to Steve probably about the same time.
Cool.
I've been doing some cleaning around here, and actually my desk and everything is the cleanest it's been probably in 2 years. I don't know. But anyways, did we lose Steve this time?
No, I'm here, but not here.
Oh, you're in the dark.
I'm
Steve's
rebooting
always in the dark.
I had the picture locked up, so I rebooted the camera.
Like I mentioned in the chat, we're all having issues this morning. We shall overcome.
Yep.
You can delete that picture so we can see what else is on.
I already did.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm watching delay on my computer. So.
You must be watching on YouTube,
Yes.
because there is a delay on YouTube.
Okay.
Before we go any further, there's something we have to do every week,
Yes.
and that would be this. There's our weekly picture of Ollie.
Rub, 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 rub.
Such a cutie. All right.
Now, Steve, I don't know if it's even possible, and it'll probably crash all of our computers. Is there any way you can bring up the billboard? The billboard that shows Ollie, that shows you, shows
Yeah, hang on. Let me work on this.
I kind of threw a curve at you, but hey, front and center, there we were. Steve Childers in the Retirement Railroad.
There we go.
There's even a video where a steam engine goes by and there's smoke and sound, and oh yeah, we're not going to go that far. There you go.
All right.
That's a preview before the show, but that was on the layout. And
Yeah,
so
but when you were doing the video, you sort of went to Ollie, and then you sort of skipped over our billboard and went to the next one. Why is that?
Well, do you know how many videos and pictures I took?
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised I didn't run out of space on this little SD card thing here. I mean, surprised if I can get on there, but
All right, we're almost 15 minutes in. We haven't done roll call yet. So let's go through roll call. Hi was first.
Hey, hi.
And followed by JD, Grandpa Rails. And after that, we had Hot Dog Pilot Andy. Hey, Andy. And Joe Rader was 1 minute late. Oh my goodness.
I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. No, I'm overdue. I'm really in a stew. No time to say goodbye. Hello, I'm late.
I think he was late just so you'd put his emblem up there and play the song.
Yeah.
It was on purpose. I know it. Floyd Robbins has joined us. And, of course, Anthony Dodge, our model train, at least here, insider. All right. And I'm scrolling down. All right. That's it for now. I don't think I missed anybody. Joe's saying, wrong one. There's Dwight. Hey, Dwight. So, Joe, you can be late anytime you want because everybody loves your theme music. So Jason is supposed to join us. So we shall see about that. So I only got two things this week, quick, and I'll go through them real quick. John had made and 3D printed me some phone booths, and I got those the first round of paint and stuff on them. But before I can go any further, I've got to have glass, all right, for them. So I've always used acetate or overhead projector sheets, and I couldn't find any at Walmart. Nobody uses transparencies anymore, and at least so it seems. So I thought I would get some sheet protectors, but they're just not right. So I went to Office Depot, and I did find transparencies, and they had pack of 50 and pack of 100. Anybody want to guess how much this 50 pack cost?
I have no idea.
John, can you guess this? Don't forget to unmute. John. Something's going on. So anyway, he's doing something.
Yeah, I got my buddy Steve here, and we're talking. So yeah.
Any guesses on how much this 50 sheet pack of transparency?
50 sheet was probably $18.95.
$51.
I was going to say
$51.
50 as a
my
joke,
word.
but
Yeah.
Guess that wouldn't have been a joke, Lynn. You'd been only $1 off.
I was. And Hot Dog Andy doesn't know what a transparency is. Andy, you may recall, maybe they didn't use them in schools in the UK, but over here it was very common for schools prior to computers and computer projectors to have overhead transparency sheets. Okay. And the teacher, either you would print to a transparency, because even if you had a computer, you could print an inkjet printer to a transparency sheet, and it would light up and project it to the wall. Because Proxima style projectors cost so much money, but they were over $1,000 back then. So anyway, that's what a transparency is. I'll open it up, and they're great to make. It's basically acetate. Yes, an overhead projector. Yes. So I don't need to show you these. Okay. And so they work great for windows. Okay. You just slice them up and glue them to the inside. And like I said, they work great. You can even print to them and signs and stuff that you may want in I'm Indeed Frozen. No, I'm moving over there. There's maybe a delay.
it's okay.
Now, when your camera first came up, you were freezing on that one, Steve.
Okay, well, it is what it is. So last week I explained I bought a bunch of new cameras, and I bought the new Amazon Fire tablet, and I had got my UT 50 throttle, so that freed up my cell phone, my extra cell phone, from being a throttle, and I'm now using it as my camera, along with all the other cameras. Like this one is a new camera. Where's the other new camera? That one's a new camera. All right. So anyway, here north there. So I got those two things to make windows. One of which page protectors, not my thing. The acetate or transparency film is the way to go. Yeah, the reason it freezes. I'm in the garage. I really need to put a extender, Wi-Fi extender out here for just that situation. All my other stuff, or most of my other stuff, is all networked through a Cat5 cable. But I could put a network extender out here for the tablets, for the cell phone, security cameras that are also on Wi-Fi. But a little bit here, a little bit there. So those are the only things I got this week. I of course, Workbench Wednesday was for the SD7, Pro 2K SD7 with the side soundtracks, Tsunami 2, and Scale Sound speakers. Those that watched Workbench Wednesday, I think it was episode 34, the one this last Wednesday. It sounds great. I can fire it up as well. And let's turn on one of these. Is that the one I want? Nah, not the one I want. That one's better, yeah. And let's move that one.
Yeah, that sound was real loud there on that first camera. Woo.
That's the ESU Loc Sound 5. And I really love this Blackbird. Somebody's popped on. Hang on. Hopefully you can hear that.
Barely.
Barely?
No.
Oh no.
I am going to shut it down though. Because, well, I was going to shut it down, but we did have, Jason was there for a second. I was going to bring him on board. Hopefully he will be back.
He's probably having technical difficulties too. It seems like we all are.
Yeah, I just for the record, the mic gain on that Loco was only about 2/3 of the volume of the gain.
Way it was coming across, Steve, it was like 100% there because it was loud.
I know, I'm just telling you. Even though I have the mic turned down, that's how loud that 2-watt Tsunami 2 is. I need to turn the Loco down. But I just haven't done that yet. Because to my knowledge, the Tsunami 2s are the only 2-watt systems. So anyway, I thought Jason was going to be here, but apparently he's not coming back.
He may.
You never know with Jason. You know, he's still got to work for a living, so he's not old and retired like us.
No. All right. Well, what do you guys got? Anything to share?
Well, Lynn, you want to go first, or?
If I go first, I'm going to be a half hour. I got a whole pile of stuff.
Okay,
John,
okay.
You first. Young,
Well,
good-looking guys go first. There you are. You're up there. Yeah, you go
yeah,
first.
I've only got one new thing. I've got this CNEI GP9 number 237. However, this one was it was a display for a train shop, right? So it has no board in it. It has no motor in it. So I'm gonna have to add that plus drive shafts. But yeah, it's pretty nice. It's an Athearn Genesis. So, you know, it's very nice detail. It's got the gears in it. It just doesn't have. I haven't even taken it apart yet. It may not even have the worm gear in it. I may have to get one of those. But
All right.
I just couldn't pass it by. You know, it's
Looks
pretty.
good. Well,
Yeah.
we do have Colonel Cottonbelt in the basement.
And I'm riding on the cotton belt railroad line in the pitching, rolling rhythm and noise.
Good morning, Jason. Oh,
Good morning.
our special guest is with him.
Oh,
Freaky.
Wait, what that is?
Good morning, Aaron.
You should have saw his face when it started playing the baritone. Now, Aaron, just so that way you know, I'm gonna have to move this so that way y'all can see both of us. Hold on a second, guys.
Hold on.
Shaky cam. Let's see what happens if I do this. There.
There he is.
You get a little bit of him. All right. So, Aaron, make sure your face is in the camera.
I want to, but
Because what I'm going to tell them is that want was actually you playing your baritone.
Yes.
I don't do that anymore.
Remember when I recorded it?
Yes, I'm aware. How did you even put that in?
I'm just that good, Aaron.
Why?
Let's just put it this way. You've been punked.
Yep.
What?
You've been punked. I don't even think he knows what that means.
I really don't.
It means you've been had. You've been joked.
Is that what Skibbity Toilet and your
Stop. Just stop. No, don't even get me started on that.
So John, that locomotive you got there, does it have air horns or does it have that Hancock air whistle on it?
You're muted,
Well,
John.
you're muted.
yes, I'm muted because my computer's making a sound that I can't hear, but everybody else can hear. It has the whistles on it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I actually
But it's a
recently
GP9.
I recently did an install for a customer that had a Athearn Genesis Jeep 9 and it had the whistles on it, so that's why I asked.
Yes.
And I actually put the Hancock air whistle sound when I programmed his locomotive, and I said it don't have a horn, it's got air whistles.
Yes.
So
the GP7s have horns. GP9s have air whistles.
Okay.
Yes. I did find that out finally. I know you asked me, but I didn't have the answer right at the moment. So I wanted to make sure you saw that. Actually, it only has one on it right now because one fell off in shipping. So I gotta get it back. And I think when I opened the package, I just lost it on the floor.
Gotcha.
That's the way it goes, you know. But yeah, my story on this was this was still $70 with
Oh, wow.
no motor, no soundboard in it.
Huh?
But again, it was an Athearn Genesis that was he said it was a hobby shop display model that didn't come with the engine or the motherboard in it.
It's just
No.
a dumb.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
and the thing is, Athearn doesn't make dummy units anymore. So what it is, the hobby shop probably took the motor and stuff out to
That's
probably
what I'm-
fix somebody else's locomotive.
That's what I'm thinking too, because I haven't seen a dummy model made in quite some time by anybody.
They don't.
Yeah.
They with DCC they don't do that because they're not and of course the motors are a little more amp nice. They're not amp heavy like they used to be. But one of the hobby shops here that does repairs, that's what he does. You know, if someone brings in a locomotive and the motor's bad and he doesn't have a motor to replace it, and sometimes instead of ordering one, he'll take one of his, display pieces and take the motor out of it and put it in the new guys, or they'll do a shell swap or something.
Yeah.
So-
And then a motor for it.
Yeah,
And the
I'm-
only
I'm
reason I know that, is because I used to work at that hobby shop part time, like 2 days a week, and I was the one doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how I know.
Yeah, I know. He said he's got quite a few more of these deco ones, as he's calling them.
Yeah.
Going to be up for sale, but hey, it's
Hard to
okay
feel
if I got something that I can take a motor and board out of and get it running fine. It's I'd hate to try to do the decals, converting one because of all the nose whiskers and side. I can buy the decals for them, but just installing them, you'd really have to strip everything off of them, including all the grab irons on the front to install the decals and then put them all back on again.
Yeah, check for shell fingerprints.
Yeah, but but the main story on this, even though I paid $70 for it, $19.95 in shipping.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That
that's
hurt.
a little high. Yes. So
Well,
Yeah, I
what
have
did he
an
ship it?
89.
Did he ship?
Isn't that about the cost of a non-DCC Genesis when you add it all together?
yeah. Mhm.
Well, let me ask you this: how did he ship it, though?
U.S. Post Office. Priority
Okay.
mail.
Okay, so that's actually about right because that's what I ship out as priority. And yeah, just to ship a locomotive, it's like $20.
Hmm.
So the shipping, with it being priority mail, that is right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It just
I spent
seems
24
very high.
I spent
Yeah.
$24.30 to ship a package this week. So.
Because I
And
mean,
when-
just a little bitty box, that I put a decoder in is like $12.
Hmm.
And that's like flat rate shipping. Sometimes priority, if it's not in a flat rate box and they ship it priority, then it's by weight and by distance.
Weight size.
Yeah.
Weight size
So-
distance.
So yeah, 20 is about right because I'm constantly sending locomotives and stuff back. So That's about right.
Yeah, it just, bites a little. Hey, no, if nothing else, it can set on my yard someplace as decoration. But I'll get it running. He offered to put a motor and a soundboard in it, but
Yeah.
yeah, he wanted $100 to do that. I can do it myself. How much to pay you just for a motor and a sound or a board for it? He wouldn't give me a price on that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm more than capable of doing that.
Yeah, my GP7, when I first got it, I put a new motor. Shoot, I ended up putting up just about everything new in it. So,
Yeah.
Jack spent $35. I mean, Joe spent $35 shipping a package back to Jack. So,
Mm.
Yeah, the pricing of shipping has just gone astronomically high. So
Yeah. But yeah, I'm still happy with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy with it. It's it's a nice engine. One air horn was off, and another part was off that I can't even make out what it is or where it belongs. I couldn't find any place. It almost looks like a what was one of those speed dials that you put on an axle.
yeah,
It's got a curved piece that goes up like it goes up underneath the engine, but I couldn't make out on any of the axles where it would have gone. So I don't know. I have to look it over a little better. I just got it yesterday afternoon. I was trying to be cautious of what I was doing because my wife didn't realize I bought another engine. And I want to keep it that way. She's not in the house right now, so I can talk about it. But yeah.
Well, I went to the hobby shop yesterday and to go pick up paints because Amanda got a World War II duck boat. I showed y'all the duck boat.
Right,
And so she finally picked her color out. It's a Tamiya dark copper. It was the color that she wanted to color it. And I said that will work. So she wanted to do something different. She did not want army green. I was like, that's fine. I said, it's your boat. You paint it what you want it. I figured she would have picked like a pink or a purple. And she went dark copper. So
It's fine.
I'm not complaining at all. I'm going to go ahead and let her do what she wants to do. Now, if she wants to put pink and purple flowers on it, that's fine too. I don't care. I'm just trying to find ways to get her in the hobby as well. But while I was there, the hobby shop owner said, hey, your locomotive that you pre-ordered will be in next week. So I went ahead and paid for it. So I will have a Walters EMD NW2 undecorated with no sound, it's just DCC ready, coming in next week. But I've already paid for it.
Cool. I've got a 44 ton Rapido 44 tonner on pre-order. No idea when it'll ever get here. So.
Well, I had this on pre-order since summer last year. So.
Yeah, it usually takes a year.
And I've already got the decals for it.
And there's Digger.
What's up, Digger?
I've got my two Atlas Classic GP7s that I've had on pre-order since November of 21. That may be in the summer. And I've already paid for them. So, yeah, I'm getting a little...
Robert, the Flying Crow, joined us.
Yeah, I just saw Robert there.
And Robert, I sent you a link if you wanted to join us.
Hey, Robert, I do have good news for you. I got my guy that's got my panels for Hickory Ridge finalized. So those are in the process of being built. So I should have both of those by the end of the month. and I've got all the electronic equipment. The last batch of it is on its way to me right now. So by the time you come to my house in May, at least you'll have an area of the layout that you can do some operations on.
Well, when you two get together, pick a damn date where the three of us can meet at Roberts.
Absolutely.
All right. He keeps asking me when I'm coming down. Oh, he's in the middle of work. He keeps asking me when I'm coming down. I said, "Well, find out from Jason when he can come." All right.
I'll tell you what's been tying me up is working on this one customer's layout. I've got all of the LCC equipment installed. He's got all his signals installed. Now we're in the process of programming all of the logic on the signals. And this guy's layout is like my layout, Steve, your old layout, John's layout, and Robert's layout all combined.
Oh, wow.
And it's double level.
Cool.
So, I mean, he's got signals
job.
upon signals upon signals upon signals.
The I do have, before we get to Lynn and all his stuff that he has, I do have one other announcement. Robert got a hold of me this week, and he has twisted my arm, so to speak. He didn't have to do it very hard. With Redbird Tony not doing On Track Tuesday anymore, they have invited me to join their group, and I will be, I'll be doing the second Tuesday of the month, which just so happens to be next Tuesday for March, and at 6 o'clock Central Time. So
that'd be awesome.
And I'm going to have Robert on with me for the first episode at least, so I can get my feet wet.
So what are your On Track Tuesday live streams going to be based on? Because I know you typically use this one for your unboxings.
It will be whatever. I don't really have a plan yet. Maybe operations
That'd be good.
Instead of doing Sunday morning trains that I've done twice. Just do some switching and stuff. So
that'd be cool.
We'll see, and we'll play it by ear.
I will tell y'all this, and this is for anybody in the chat, people on panel. If you're doing operations live, try to have like some type of co-host, because personally it is hard to focus on what you're trying to do on the layout and focus on the chat. Have a co-host that's going to focus the chat for you.
And as John can attest, I am so good at making sure all the switches are thrown the correct way, right, John? No.
Oh, yes, he's very good at that. Yes, he never makes a mistake whatsoever. No. My favorite one was when he ran, I don't remember which engine it was, but one of his engines ran it into his turntable and the bridge wasn't there. His engine nosedived into the
It's not that
turntable.
the bridge wasn't perfectly aligned. It wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close. Yeah, he was pointing the opposite direction than he should have been.
Yeah, I think it was a pair of GP35s. If memory.
It could have been, but it's sure funny looking. It was like some of those old time photos where you see steam engines that have run into the turntable and sitting there. Yeah, that was exactly way it was. Yeah, that was good.
Cool. So anyway, we'll figure out what I'm gonna do and move from there. So, Lynn, what do you got, buddy?
Oh,
You said you had a whole bunch of stuff.
yeah. First off, the club HDMMRC 20 years
Nice.
this year.
Wow, cool.
So good old sticker mule made a deal with me, and it says HDMMRC 20-year anniversary. So everybody got pins with their passes to the show. Almost 2 weeks ago, I went with a company called Green Steam. He's one of the club members, and he sells Digitrack and all the stuff that Jason has, plus more, and a whole bunch of stuff. The company is out of Colorado, but he's co-owner here. And he gave me a bunch of free stuff that was donated. So I got a couple of these, and what this is, watch me drop it. The
Oh, okay.
sits in this.
Oh, nice.
And he had a display, and I was joking. I said, does the throttle come with it? Which, no, they don't even make those anymore. I got one of these because that goes into that slot on there.
Is that just the a normal UP5?
I guess. I don't know. What is it?
Well, there's two different. There's UP5s and or
It's a three.
UP3. Okay.
Hey,
Because I got the UP5s but UR92, which is the one that does the duplexing.
then one of our other club members was there, and I think I shared with Jason, there was train traffic like crazy. This is at the San Bernardino Santa Fe Depot. Of course, now it's, Burlington Northern Santa Fe, but the smokestack still Santa Fe and everything else. This thing was built back like 1900. But one of the other club members was walking around, and of course I can't get it to fit back together correctly, but ended up giving me a couple, turn some light on so you can see. Santa Fe gondola with coil load.
Coils.
I don't know. Lights, nothing is working right. Anyways, I had to add one coupler to it and glue a couple of parts back together.
Why don't you have this one in a minute? Sit it down.
It was free. He gave me two. The other one I had to cannibalize for parts. There was too much wrong with it. And then found a couple of roundhouse kits. This one is the Gore and Defeated. These aren't the original, but they're I'll take it.
Yeah.
Light
Okay.
and durable. But
Three is always good.
got two different ones. The other one I think was a cattle car or something like that. And for $5 a piece, I'll take it. They'll go good on this outfit behind me here. So that was 2 weeks ago. And then the show. And I already saw the slide a minute ago of the stuff I picked up for John. I don't read too many books, but I found this one, thought it was rather interesting. Yeah. Southern California First Railroad, and with stories and pictures and stuff. And my wife usually gets the phone. Oh, she got the phone. Good. Do you remember a young man? He used to be on Derail Daryl. He was on all kinds of shows, a guest. Weathering with AJ.
Yep. AJ.
Well,
He's done some stuff for me.
keep in touch. He's from Bakersfield.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a video I'll put out later, a little interview with him. And I'd already bought a car from him 2 years ago when I was there. And I got another one. And I know on the small screen it's hard to see. But
What railroad is that one?
Where'd
Santa
Steve
Fe?
go? Steve's in the dark again. But he was weathering cars right there at the show and selling them. This was probably my most expensive purchase of the entire weekend, other than one not pleasant meal. The meal was okay. The service was horrible. Anyway, got that. And a couple of weeks ago, Wednesday night, Heath was showing some of his newest acquisitions in his in scale. And he had a Northwestern Pacific boxcar. And I mentioned to him, why did he have a Northern Western Pacific boxcar, which is a short line in Northern California through the Redwoods? Now, I've got 2 locomotives and a whole bunch of cars. And wouldn't you know, the locomotive didn't work. Brought it home, put it on the program track, and got it working again. But picked up 3 cars for $5 a piece. There's a very interesting man. He's real nice, but he is, what's a polite way of saying? He's unable to speak. He can hear, but he can't talk. So he does this. And he saw the car. I got a whole bunch of graffiti. Now, I'm not really into the graffiti thing, but for $1, I got 1, 2, 3 packs of graffiti decals. So, and it's marked on here as $5 a pack, and he sold me 3 for $1.
Not bad.
About the only graffiti for John's, my, or Jason's era would be Kilroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Kilroy, and then there is a guy that worked for the Missouri Pacific that did the original Herbie. That is the guy that wears the sombrero leaned up against the palm tree. It's all done by chalk. And then that's why Mopac adopted that graffiti, because he was an employee of Mopac. And that's why you have the Herbie cars.
Yeah.
And that's where the palm tree and the sombrero, because I've actually got a picture of that graffiti being on a cotton belt car.
Oh, never seen it.
I'll send you a picture later.
Okay.
So anyway, those are the things that I picked up at the show and so forth. Now, there's a short story. Weather was coming in at the end. Oh, great. Now my phone's telling me low battery. So anyway.
Short stories from Lynn are like Heath's unboxing. That you got to remember
You
that.
better believe it. Yes, I am notorious for that. So weather was coming in Sunday night. I already mentioned we hit snow on the way home. We were starting to pick up some of the little things off the track. We're supposed to run trains right up to the end of the show. And we started looking around. Everybody was leaving. I mean, people were gone. I had a vendor that was going to sell me a Dremel kit with all kinds of accessories. I went over there and he was completely gone. His table was spotless. Everything was gone. And we still had like an hour to go. So we're packing up stuff, and we decided at 3:30 instead of 4 to start breaking down. We didn't want to drive in the weather. Ended up that way anyways. Sorry, John, it's getting long, isn't it? So we're packing everything up. I had bought 2 tickets for the drawing. They had a drawing about every 30 minutes or so. And a lot of the videos, you hear this woman calling out 33, 66, 14, you know. But they had some pretty good prizes. They had $100 gift certificates. They had locomotives, box cars, books, paintings, all sorts of stuff. And then they had a grand prize. And I forget what the 2 grand prizes were. But we're packing up. We got the drills out. We're tearing everything like crazy. And I hear him paging me over the loudspeaker. So I go up there and they go, "You won one of the grand prizes." And it was, I should have taken a picture of it. Didn't. But it was an N-scale layout with buildings, scenery. and it had a freight train running around N scale. And it said train included. They go, train included, power pack, the whole thing. And okay, then I got to figure out how am I going to get this thing home, because it's about 4 foot long, 2 foot wide, and our trailer's already loaded, and we got weather coming in. And one of the club members has a truck with a tonneau cover. He says, I'll take it with me. You can come pick it up for me later in the week. Okay. So I go back to packing up. Everybody's asking about what did you win and all like this. This young couple walks up, and this guy goes, would you be interested in selling it? Sure. I'll give you $100 for it. Yeah, I'll take that. So he hands me $100 in cash. I walk him over and I go, it's yours. So I didn't have to worry about getting it home or anything, and came out $100 ahead.
There you go.
Now, this is the part the wife doesn't know about.
There are so many parts wife don't know about.
I turned around and donated it to the club.
Oh,
So
very good.
we didn't quite break even because we buy lunch for the club on Friday during setup, and that came to $100 and some. And our tip jar, we only took in, I think, like $19. Whoever tows the club trailer gets paid for gas. So we're still in the red, but it broke even. They kept saying, you really want to donate that? And I go, yeah, I spent $1. I'm only out $1. So this is fine. So that's most of my show and tell. So I did keep it kind of short.
You did good, Lynn. You did good. John, we cut you off earlier. Did you have any more?
No, that was it. That's all I could sneak past my wife in a week.
And if Lynn gets his computer fixed, he'll share more of his photos from and video from last week's show. So
Yeah,
Hey, and if Robert is still in here, just Robert, FYI, Aaron had his half of the pizza ate before I had my first slice ate. So just FYI,
yes, he's a growing boy, right?
because he told me to share with you.
Everybody that's in chat right now,
Oh,
as far as I can
yeah,
tell,
gotta show me.
there's a billboard on the layout, and there's at least one video, if not two, even though I went by ours real fast, John, sorry. But I mean, Hot Dog Andy, Flying Crow, Digger, Curly, all of us right here, there's billboards for everybody. They were all out there, and there's going to be a new billboard. We've got a show already lined up for next month. Wasn't expecting that. That young person sitting next to Jason, he's going to have his own billboard. It will be there.
Did you hear what he said?
Huh?
You ain't even paying attention. What
I
the
got
heck?
it in.
here we go. Here we go. Freaky.
Jason, if you want the buck private, you're going to have to send me another picture to copy.
Lynn, I'll send you that graphic.
Buck.
Yeah, that was all. Well, that was all Steve's doings.
Oh, okay.
So with the buck private.
I don't know if you want that on there or not. So.
All right. Well, we are at our hour. So I want to thank you guys for joining me and us here at the Retirement Railroad. And it's Friday. And great show, guys. Appreciate it. And really like Freak Junior joining us today.
Yeah.
And,
Well, he will be more than likely a regular. So everyone knows what the situation is. We have pulled him out of public school due to issues within the public school system. He still goes to school, but he is an online virtual public school student. So, but he comes to work with me and he does his schoolwork at my work. So he will be a regular from here on out.
We already have our mascot, and that's Ollie. What did I say Aaron would be?
I think you
forgot.
said he was like the degradee or something, or
Oh,
What? What?
um,
I would have to leave the stream and go in the chat to find it.
yeah. I have it. Hang on a second.
It was funny.
I can look
No.
that up.
No.
Yeah, Aaron, you have an official title. I just got to remember what it was.
Well, I made the comment. I said if Ollie wasn't the mascot, I said we could make Junior the mascot.
I got it.
But I said I don't want to take that from Ollie, and then Steve came up with another title for Aaron.
Wait, I have
He
a
is
mascot?
our- Here you go, Aaron. You are our draftee.
What?
You have been drafted into the I-40 crew.
Yep, you have been drafted into the I-40 crew.
I mean, I ain't complaining, but still, what? Why?
Because you got drafted.
But why the joke? Why the joke?
Because
You
you're
are
here.
our draftee.
That's it.
There's a joke about all of us. All right, we got to have
Yeah.
one about you.
Steve, before you
Yes, sir.
off, because I know you want to go, because we're 1 minute over.
Yeah.
At least I'll be on stream often.
Those that can see my YouTube videos, there was one display there that just was over the top. They took a fifth wheel trailer,
Oh yeah.
built a G scale in it, and I mean the video does not do it justice. It is great. And I talked to the there was a dad and son outfit. Son was gone when I was over there talking to him, but he said they got tired of putting up modules and take them down. This thing, they back it in, they open up the windows, they plug it in, and then they sit down in the chair. And then when they were ready to go, they just unplug it, close the window, hook the truck up to it, and it's gone. But check out that video. That was, you could see it from any corner or area of the whole building. And it was really well done. I mean, the detail, little Easter eggs like the wolf sneaking up on the rail fan. I mean, there was all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that right there.
That's pretty cool.
That was cool. Really cool. So
That's got to be an expensive layout to start.
yeah,
Yeah, no kidding.
and very well done. I mean, there was nothing about it that you could point out and say, well, they could have done better. So you're probably going to lose me real quick. I'm getting a notice on my phone that my battery's dead. So
I'm looking for more pictures of it, but anyway, y'all, we'll have more of it next week. So
hopefully,
with that, again, guys, I want to thank you all for joining us here at the Retirement Railroad and Friday Live and Mail Call. And my picture is frozen, but y'all have a great day.
See y'all.
bye.
See y'all.
Take care.
See ya.